Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you, and this is about to be one of the last best of one matchups in tonight's Open Arena tournament. Super excited for this one, though. It is Placid and Red. We've seen these guys come quite a long way. Red taking out a good old... who did he take out? What was it, a Zerg player? No, I can't remember, but we did see Red play. I remember that much. And we did see Placid play as well, so this is going to be great. Cross positions here on Terminus October. Red spawning as Red Terran up here in the top position, and down in the bottom position it is Placid spawning as our pink Protoss. Cool. And looks like a standard opener so far from Placid. No shenanigans quite yet. Looks like Red is going to start working on a wall off here. Looks to be in great time. No gas quite yet. That's not quite time for that. Not quite time. But taking a look at what we've got out here for the brackets, man, or at least players left in the tournament, we've got some phenomenal stuff left. Let's move these guys out of the way. There we go. Yeah, we've got, wow, a couple GMs still left in the fray here, and it is going to be a phenomenal series once we get to our semifinals. Not that this is a bad matchup here. I'll tell you, Red and Placid, extremely good players. Very, very good stuff. Looks like Red is sending out a fairly early scout here and wants to find out what's going on. He does have his barracks going down in great time. Still no gas from him, however. Should be seeing that here in just a few moments. Looks like Placid still on his standard opener. He does have that gateway going down in great time. And his gas as well. Looks like his scout doing the same type of deal. Actually, he did get his scout out first. Strangely enough, looked like Red did, but I didn't see this probe moving early enough. There it goes. He's going to make it up into the main. Lucky for him, or either that or unlucky for him. Just depends on how you look at it, because this is probably going to get walled off here in just a moment, which will mean he is stuck and probably ripe for death. Going to get shot to death by this Marine here. Going to try an evac. Not going to happen. A battle. Go probe. Almost. So close. Good job, Marine. He picked up a kill there. Second barracks now out on the field for Red. Nice thing for Placid is he did catch wind of that with his scouting probe there. Back here at Placid's base, Red did get a good scout on. Does see the Cybernetics core going down and is going to go ahead and evac. Did he see this second gateway, though? That's the question. That's a fairly early gate here. Let's check his vision. Oops, wrong vision. Yes, he did see it indeed. Looks like he may have had to dip back in to do so. But Chrono going down here for Placid, so it looks like he's going to open with 2 gates. And that Cybernetics core warp gate technology. Just the 1 gas for now. Probably going to see him mount some 2 gateway pressure and then take an expand. Or maybe even take the expand right now. It's not a bad little idea. 2 gateways is starting to become a little bit more well known. Maybe turning into a build that people will be referencing a little bit more often. But 2 racks or 2 gateway opener actually is a pretty nice little expand on large maps for Protoss these days. Seeing a lot more people doing that. Red is going to be securing an expand of his own. He does have that command center going down in his main. Going to have to fly it out, but that's alright. Bunker going down for some defense. And a good bunch of Marines out on the field for now. Looks like the expand for Placid did indeed go down. Great timings here. Early timings. Both of these guys really going for some serious macro. Got to love it. And your first stalker here going to be cruising out across the field. Oh no, it's the second one, but here's your first one. First one did pick up 1 kill there. Not a bad deal. Taking out 1 Marine is definitely worth it. Is going to get a SCV kill as well. Nicely done. Stalker picking up 2 kills. Is paying for himself there fairly quick. Red going to go for a little bit of an SCV transfer, securing his natural. Pretty good time. I'm wondering if we're going to see a planetary here. I'm guessing orbital. He doesn't have the planetary tech. But he's got to have an engineering bee for that. Since he doesn't have it, no sense in waiting. He's going to go ahead and grab that orbital there. And a second bunker going down. Looks like we've got 3 stalkers now in position for Placid. Taking out a couple of these Marines. Very cost effective, but he does see the Marauders, knows that he's now got to be extremely careful. The Marauders are a phenomenal counter to those Stalkers. Stalkers now just trying to keep a little bit of contain here, making sure that red is consistently producing his army units so that he's not spending extra resources on his economy, if at all possible. Now, clearly red is not that type of player that doesn't completely stall SCV production. You notice that he's doing a great job staying on top of those SCVs, keeping them queued up there in pretty good style. But yeah, he's going to be just fine. But Placid going to keep that pressure on him nonetheless. Now it looks like Placid, you're putting down a bunch of pylons here in a forward position. Photon cannon as well, and we're going to see double the forges. Currently working on +1/+1. 2 more gates, so 3 more gates going to be out on the field here in just a moment. Checking in on your units tab, 37 probes to 31 SCVs. So a nice little advantage there for Placid for now. And it looks like there's a small engagement going in the center of the map. Oh wow, that guy almost died. Stalkers. Let's see if they picked out, how many kills did these guys pick up between the 3 of them? 1 kill there, 2 kills there, and 0 kills there. So just the 3 kills. That's not bad though. Every little bit counts, but he's going to have to back out. Be very, very careful here. He's taking the Zelnaga Tower for now, and it looks like red is backing up and playing fairly defensively. Factory going down for red, however. That is going to open up the possibility of starport play. I'm guessing that's what he's going to be going for here. There is the potential for, I don't know, I guess tanks maybe, but since he's getting this many Marauders out, he doesn't really have need for tanks. So I'm going to have to guess that we're going to see a starport off of this in just a moment. And that's a pretty nice little choice. Let's just check on that units tab one more time before we go back to production. 47 to 37. Red is going to be able to close that gap with his mules. But Placid in phenomenal shape here. Economically, I think he's doing a great job. Notice that he is going to go ahead and secure a 3rd base in just a bit. Taking out those rocks here pretty quick. See when he's going to toss it down. The timing of the 3rd is a really good indicator of what your opponent is, or what our Protoss player is thinking. Oh, scan. Doesn't see hardly anything, so he either is thinking that Placid's coming out for an attack, or that he is hiding in his base or something like that. But we know that Placid is not moving out for an attack. Looks like red indeed is going to be cruising out as well here. Good old bunch of Marauders. Man, look at how many Marauders he's got in this army. He's really been on top of that Marauder production. Marauders here with no upgrades quite yet. We do have +1 in production. Going to be a nice time. We do have Combat Shield now out for the Marines, and Stim obviously for all, as well as your concussive shells. And red's got a pretty nice looking force here. It's going to come down to Placid's ability to utilize these force fields to stop kiting and the like. Good force fields there. He's going to split the army there pretty well, but all these guys still able to attack because there's so many zealots. Looks like he is going to hold that off there for just a moment. Placid getting the better of his opponent there, I think, in that little exchange. Good force fielding, making a very, very big difference. Charge is about to be complete, and this is really going to make the army for Placid that much more effective against Marines and Marauders. I love this play. I love charge lots these days. I think you see a lot more Protoss adding them into their metagame and adding them into their builds. There's so many ways that you can deploy charge lots, even with force fields. You know, I mean, you can have a pretty nice little sentry heavy army, and still have a lot of charge lots in that army and be extremely effective. It's kind of an interesting thing to see. But it looks like we're going to have a scouting factory cruise over here in just a moment. Back here at Red's base, it is going to be a bunch of medevacs. And we do have your observer cruising around here trying to gather that intel, but he does run up against a missile turret and almost lost his life there. 3rd going to be going down here for Red in pretty good time. Look how many Marauders this guy's got. He's pumping Marauders out like crazy. Working on his upgrades. +1, +2 is on the way. So +1 armor, I guess, and +2 weapons. Already on the +1, obviously, if you're researching +2. But a bunch of medevacs now out on the field. Looks like Red is going to go for another push here. It's kind of an interesting play. I'm not entirely sure that I agree with it, but he is doing it nonetheless. This guy needs to take this tower. That's really going to help him catch wind of this push. He's got to be prepared for this. I think that Placid does have the right unit composition, but needs to get maybe just a couple more units to deal with it. There, he does scout it. is going to see what's headed his way. Backing out with his charge lot, ready to spring the charge lot trap. We also do have one Colossus now finally joining this army. Here comes your attack. Charge lot's getting right up in these guys' face, forcing the engagement. Placid trapping these guys in force fields there, taking them down. Beautiful play, and it looks like charge lots and Colossus with Stalker Sentry support are going to take down Red's army there fairly quickly. Looks like charge lot's going to chase these guys off, but stimming away here for Red, not a bad little deal. Placid going to take just a few moments here to gear himself up for an attack, I would assume. Looks like Red is going to be gearing up for his defense. He does have a good bunch of units out on the field. Going to spread him out there. He doesn't want to get him trapped and clumped up. That is what killed him in that last engagement. And it just came down to Placid's force fielding. Beautifully done. You just can't get much better than that force field placement there. Able to just annihilate that army. Looks like a fourth base is now underway for Placid. He does have his third up and running in a very big way. That scouting factory hasn't done much because, well, guess what? Red has been busy with his engagement. But, oh, sad face right now because Placid and Red is just a best of one. These guys are so good. I'd love to see a best of three between these guys sometime. Looks like another factory going down. What the heck? Why is he putting down another factory? He's got one over here. He could probably fly this guy back. Maybe not in the same time that he can build one, but I don't know. It's not much longer, right? Placid with a pretty scary looking army right now. He's got +3/+3 complete. Currently working on his +1 plasma shields. He's got triple Colossus in the army. He is going to be adding some Archons as well. These Archons, they do splash damage. This is just a brutal looking push. And it looks like Red thinking the same type of deal. He thinks he wants to go for a push here. Notice that Placid did not overcommit, however, to Colossus. He's only got the 3 in his army here. Now they will get taken out here fairly quick by the Vikings, but this means that Red's army on the ground is going to be a little bit smaller. One Colossus does go down there fairly quickly. Your Archon's doing a lot of splash damage here. The second Colossus goes down, but the third one's still alive, and all of those Vikings are now dead. Red way behind now in the supply count. Placid probably going to be pushing this attack. He may wait for just a couple more reinforcements. There goes one Colossus now in the mix. Do we have Vikings? Yes, we do have Vikings in production. We'll see if Red is going to be able to hold on here, but I'll tell you, this position for him, he's going to be stuck on 3-base play here for just a little while. He's going to try and secure a 4th, but this will be difficult to hold, especially if Placid catches wind of it. All he's got to do is get a good scout out on when this thing flies, and he will be able to take that sucker down pretty dang fast. Here comes your Vikings. We've got a whole bunch of Marines and Marauders still in production. And here comes the army of Placid. Stimming forward, looks like Red does want to engage here. Great force fielding there. Is going to hold those guys off for just a minute. He doesn't want to engage them quite yet. It looks like he wants to just harass. Oh, he's blinking up to the high ground here. Wants to harass. Taking out the factory. Good force fielding. Going to keep these guys at bay for just a moment. You're going to see these Colossus move up to the high ground. At least one of them. One of them goes down there fairly quickly to those stimmed Marauders. And Marines and Marauders about to go down here. Couple more Colossus joining the fight. These reinforcements are absolutely crucial right now. And Placid going to be able to take this down, it looks like, unless Red is able to pull out something crazy. There's your GG from Red. Placid does indeed take it down. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Congratulations to Placid. He will be moving on in this tournament. And thanks to Red for coming out and supporting us. We do appreciate every single player that comes out for these tournaments. This has been such a phenomenal evening so far, and guess what? We have got so many more coming at you here in just a bit, so don't alt-tab. Always on StarCraft. We'll catch you guys there.